get there.
That's recording has started. Thank you.
Thank you. So members, we're back to item 8, update on capital investment to Peterhead School. Can I welcome Emma Plunkett, Head of Property and Facilities, to present this report, please? Welcome, Emma, in your new role to Buchan Area Committee.
Thank you, Chair, and hello, Committee. So the report provides an update on the works carried out at some of the Peterhead schools over the recent years. Last financial year saw a total investment of 1.6 million across Peterhead Academy, Anna Ritchie, Meat Hill School and Dales Park School. The works targeted components in poor or bad condition and included the likes of toilet upgrades, electrical upgrades, floor covering replacements and roof upgrades. The schools will continue to see investment in this financial year, with Meat Hill seeing a complete electrical upgrade, including emergency lighting and fire alarm, and Anna Ritchie School receiving a roof coverings replacement, and we'll also be doing some work, some repair works to bring the swimming pool back into operation. We will target the summer holiday period where possible, but in some cases this will extend into term time due to the scale of works being undertaken. This will be managed in connection with the head teacher to ensure minimal disruption to the school day. I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Emma. I'll let Councillor Crowson in first.
Yeah, thanks for that, Emma. The roof covering works for Anna Ritchie, in fact, indeed, probably the roof covering works for any of the schools, I would imagine. Having been up there and seen the state of the fascias, some having holes in that, which has quite a lot of opportunity for wasps building their nests in that, and was up there for sports day last year and that, and it was quite a lot of activity, and did a little bit of investigating and could see where the bus are coming out, and then I would like to be reassured that when we talk about the roof covering replacements, that definitely includes fascias around the building as well. It would definitely not be a sensible idea not to do that part as well, but at the same time.
Yeah, no, just to confirm that yes, soffits and fascias will be upgraded as part of that process. And also just for further information that when we're doing roof covering replacements, we're also taking the opportunity to increase the insulation in the roof to bring it up into that carbon reduction standard as well.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll come in the comments and then a question for you, Emma. So the pool, it's really welcome, the works that's going to happen in the pool. We really need to stick to the timeline if we can, because that pool is really important part of the curriculum for the pupils, and it's been shut for some time. So could members be kept updated on how things are going there and just keep an eye on the timeline?
Yep, absolutely. I'll continue to provide briefings on that matter for you.
Yes, so I'll keep it brief. The report shows that despite financial pressures, real investment is continuing across our Peterhead schools, and that matters, and I appreciate the report coming forward to us. We're seeing practical improvements at Dales Park, Meat Hill and Anna Ritchie, alongside ongoing works to maintain the academy while we move to the new build. The 10 million investment in the new campus is really welcome. These are not just projects on paper, they're improvements that directly affect the daily experience of our pupils and staff. Given the changes to the wider campus plan, this targeted investment is more important than ever. Ultimately, it's about ensuring our young people are learning in safe, sustainable environments. Peterhead needs to continue to be a priority. Emma, we would invite you back when further works start, 26-27, if we could get a further report. A committee report would be welcome maybe in 6 months, but if there's anything you feel members need to know, a briefing would be appreciated.
Yeah, no, that is fine. I'll report back in 6 months on progress being made.
Thank you. I'll take Councillor Crowson.
Apologies, Chair. I should have maybe made a transparency statement at the start of this meeting, as I have got a child with, yes, and attends Anna Ritchie School. But well, here now, so.
Your transparency statement is noted, Councillor Crowson. Thank you very much. Members, any further questions or comments for Emma? I see no indications. So 1.2, the committee is recommended to 1.2.1, note the upgrades already completed across Peterhead Academy, Dales Park School, Meadhill School and Ritchie School. 1.2.2, note the programme of works commencing during 26-27. Thank you very much, Emma, and we'll look forward to you coming to committee again.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to move to item 9, Buchan Area Committee Budget 26-27. Teresa, can I ask you to take us through this report, please?
Yes, Chair. This report is before the committee to agree the allocation process of the Buchan Area Committee budget for 26-27, amounting to £17,800. Members will recall that the area manager and myself met with you a few weeks back to informally discuss the various options available. At that time, members advised that there should again be a focus on green space, as suggested that this year's Brighter Buchan allocation for each village be £250, with the exception of Peterhead, which, due to its size, should receive £500. That would be £250 per town centre planting and £250 for surrounding neighbourhoods. If agreed by committee today, the various groups, now 17 in total, will be emailed this week advising that the Brighter Buchan grant is again available to carry out environmental and greening projects in their local villages and towns, and that they can receive the £250 grant upfront, subject to the completion of a simple form outlining how they intend using the grant, and by signing an agreement committing the groups to providing evidence of spend by 31st October. In the event of a group or village not able to take their grant allocation, the money will be transferred to the area manager to disburse appropriately within Buchan. Should members be satisfied with this proposal, this will commit a total of £4,500, leaving a remaining balance of £13,300. Also at the informal meeting, members were keen to commit that balance of £13,300 to a Buchan Area Committee project grant fund. This will allow interested community groups from within Buchan to apply for a grant for a project that can demonstrate wide community benefit and/or can enhance their local area. If agreeable to members, the area manager's office will advertise the grant fund widely throughout Buchan, advising that constituted groups can apply for the total cost of a project at up to £2,000, whichever is lesser. An application form will be provided and groups advised the closing date is 31st July, with applications to be formally determined by the Buchan Area Committee at their meeting on 15th September. Before that committee meeting, members will be afforded an opportunity to look through the applications to ensure they have all of the relevant detail before them. This will be further enhanced by the use of a scoring matrix to ensure fair and consistent decision making. Successful groups will be advised that projects will need to be completed and evidence of spend provided by 31st of January 27 in order to claim their grant. In the event of a group finding it difficult to make upfront payments, then we will work with the group to make sure that every opportunity is afforded to them to draw down their grant. Although we are hopeful that the fund will be fully disbursed at the committee meeting in September, again, any leftover monies will be transferred to the area manager to disburse appropriately within Buchan before the financial year end. So to conclude, it is recommended that the Buchan Area Committee budget amounting to £17,800 be distributed between the Brighter Buchan initiative totalling £4,500 and the Area Committee Project Grant Fund totalling £13,300. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Councillor Crowson, please.
Thanks for that report. There's just in 3.16, and any leftover monies will transfer to the area manager disbursed appropriately within Buchan. I was just wondering if just a description of what that would look like. Just the sort of things that it could go to. Thanks.
It would be based on perhaps what we're seeing community groups coming forward with that could be short-term projects that they can deliver with whatever funding is left, but it would be for community groups. It wouldn't be to offsetting the tickets.
Thank you.
Thank you. See no further indications. So 1.2, the committee is recommended to agree the disbursement of the Buchan Area Committee budget totaling 17800 in the financial year 26-27 as follows. 1.2.1, Right to Buchan Initiative 4,500, being 250 per village and 500 per Peterhead. 1.2.2, Area Committee Project Grant Fund 13300. Thank you very much, members. Move to item 10, Buchan Area Community Council Funding 26-27. Teresa, can I ask you to take us through this report, please?
This report advises that budget for Aberdeenshire's community councils for 26-27 is 72,300. Appendix 1 outlines that Buchan's total allocation for this year is 9,585, being £600 per community council and a per capita figure for the remaining balance, and that's following any top slicing. The breakdown of allocations for Buchan's community councils based on the £600 fixed grant payment is outlined in Appendix 2. In paragraph 3.4, it states that last year the Buchan Area Committee agreed to set a fixed grant at a rate of £600 per community council, plus a per capita amount with the remaining funds. My apologies, last year the Buchan Area Committee did in fact take the decision to increase the fixed grant to £900 per community council. Each area has flexibility in deciding how to allocate their sum available. To receive their admin grant, the community councils are required to provide proof of insurance cover, submit their independently audited accounts, and their AGM minute showing approval of that accounts. The cost of data protection registration is also provided to community councils, and you'll see from the appendix that is top sliced before the calculations are done. As members are aware, of Buchan's 9 community councils, 8 are operational, with Bodmin District still not active at this time. However, BDP has been working within Bodmin to see if there is interest in forming a community council, and some positive work has resulted in the formation of a steering group to take forward discussions. Whilst we are hopeful that a community group in some form will come together, it is possible it may not be a community council. The council makes administration grant payments available to community councils only. Therefore, should Bodmin's allocation not be claimed by December 26, officers will consider how the money can be used by Aberdeenshire's community councils. There are increasing expectations on community councils to take on more projects and work streams in their communities. It is therefore important that our community councils feel supported to do this and that they have the capacity to take on these tasks. As part of a best practice review, area committee officers have been tasked with collating detail in respect of how community councils spend their grant. This is so that we can better understand what it costs to run a community council. There will be a particular focus on what activities and development work they're undertaking within their communities. An assessment of this information and recommendations for future support for community councils will be presented to area committees in spring 2027. Collectively, the area committee officers have worked and are continuing to work on various projects to ensure that we are providing good support to our community councils. We are currently communicating with them regarding a proposal to run a networking event in September. Throughout 2025, we undertook to review and update all the community council training in Aldo. The main work was completed in late 2025 and was launched in February this year. All community councils have been advised and are being encouraged to register for access. The feedback from Buchan's community councils has been very positive to date. In Buchan, we continue to bring our community councils together by providing forums where the community councillors are encouraged to set the agenda. A few weeks ago, we held a best practice evening for secretaries and treasurers in this chamber, which was well attended and generated some healthy discussion on the night. So to conclude, members are asked to consider the allocation of Buchan's Community Council funding budget for 26-27, which amounts to 9,585, with the allocations based on a fixed grant of 600 per community council being outlined in Appendix 2, or should members wish to consider increasing the fixed grant again as last year, then I do have a table with the populated figures which can be shared on the screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Before we start discussions, can we share the 900?
Yeah, can I just feel right?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You should have just done this maybe before. Oh, sorry, Leanne.
Thank you. Councillor Anne Simpson.
Sorry, bear with me. Sorry, I'm going to have to stop sharing in order to send it through to Councillor.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
No, I should have asked in advance. Councillor Anne Simpson.
And thank you, Chair, and thank you, Teresa. And I wouldn't worry too much about making sometimes a wee mistake, because we all do that. I remember we just debated, not so much at length, but we debated the principle last year of changing the allocation to a base grant that was slightly higher, to basically I think address the reality of Buchan and some of the smaller community councils, and give what I think is a more equitable distribution of the money. So I don't know whether it needs a formal proposal and motion, Chair, because there is different to what is in the recommendation. So I am proposing that we go back to what we did last year, so with the 900 as the baseline and a per capita as before. Now, I know the per capita may have changed, the population may have changed slightly in that year, and we leave that up to Teresa, but she's given us here in front of us the difference that would make the variable grant per elector. Total still 9585, which is what's available to us, but it would be with the 900 rather than the 600. So I would propose that and seek a seconder, please.
Thank you. The proposal for 900 sits with Councillor Anne Simpson. Councillor Simpson, please.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. Echoed what Councillor Simpson just said. I remember the conversations from last year. So I have no reason to be thinking differently this year. So I would second Councillor Simpson. Was all that's required.
Thank you very much. Do we have any further discussion or any amendment? I see no amendment. So for the moment, at 1.1, having noted the updates provided, the committee was recommended to consider presented in Appendix 2. So it would be 1.2.1, consider and agree the allocation of community council and administration grants for Buchan's Community Council for the period 1st April 2026 to 31st of March 2027. Would be with the proposal with Councillor Anne Simpson and the seconding with Councillor Jeff Crowson to increase it to 900 as per the appendix Teresa had on screen. Fiona, is that satisfactory?
Absolutely, Chair.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, members. I think we will look forward to what comes forward in spring 2027 and see the appropriate changes. So, thank you very much. I can confirm that the public section of this meeting has now concluded. Thank you for your interest. Members of the committee will now go on to consider exempt business and private. Can we stop the recording now, please, Teresa?